Niaje wase, huyu ni chairman hapa leo na rafiki yangu anaitwa Mike, lakini atajiintroduce kisawasawa. Leo tuko hapa, we all hope that hii corona imewapeleka vizuri, mko na furaha, kanaishaisha. Tumebaki wachache wale bado wako hospitalini ama nyumbani, tunawaombea Mungu awaponye. Kwa hivyo leo tuko hapa na discussion nyingine hapa kidogo, nataka tujadiliane kidogo kuhusu maneno ya nyingine hapa kidogo ya maisha za day to day living. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Mike. I'm a mental health practitioner. Specifically, I want to take a little bit message to you Kenyans or my fellow Kenyans that we are going to make sure that this virus is not going to take us down. So just have that relaxed mind. Be yourself, be realistic. Corona is there outside there, but God is taking care for us. So if we trust in God and have that mentality that we shall overcome, then we shall overcome.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sasa leo wenzangu, mjadala ile tuko nayo leo ni kuhusu hii maneno ya denial ya retirement. Unapata ya kwamba wenzangu hapa, unapata ya kwamba mtu amefika miaka ya kwenda sasa kupumzika tu nyumbani polepole, angalie tu kuku zake, ng'ombe zake, lakini akiambiwa ya kwamba sasa umetufanyia kazi vizuri, tumeappreciate, lakini sasa miaka kidogo yamesonga, kwa hivyo waenda nyumbani, pumzika kidogo, alafu kianza sasa kukula sasa retirement benefits zako polepole. Lakini sasa unapata wenzetu wengi wanakataa.
Yes, I think Mr. Chairman,
yes,
we have various instances in which somebody can deny retirement.
Yes.
And one of them, every responsibility that we are assigned when you are still working,
yes,
has some kind of special benefits to it, attached to it.
Okay.
You have responsibilities, and you have of course the salary, you have the money, you have the finance.
Yes.
Some even have been attached to the vehicles of the organization, they own offices, you see. But now when it comes to retirement, most of the people, they are afraid of losing those privileges.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's why they don't want to go home.
They don't want to go home, Mr. Chama.
Yes.
Yes.
But why do you think you get that most of them? Is it that they have not prepared enough for the clinging behavior? Where's this behavior coming from?
This I think that behavior is very common.
Yes.
In most cases.
Yes. Because
you find out that somebody has reached that the salary is ending. Of course, retirement means the salary is ending.
Yes.
And maybe the person has not, maybe he or she made a wrong investment portfolios.
Yes.
Or maybe the living standards in which they were living in could not accommodate their salary could not accommodate the lifestyle they were living in.
Yes.
So you find in some instances, if somebody is notified that they are almost nearing retirement or they are being retired, you find that the person goes into shock. Of course, psychological shock, because they cannot accept the fact that what they used to enjoy is being derived off.
Okay.
So I think this is mostly, it has to do with mentality. Yes.
But I think, my friend, what you have not done maybe for the 30 years you've been in service, I think you won't do it in the next 3 years, that you are clinging to the employment.
Yes, that's why, Mr. Chairman, I'm advising, as soon as you get employed, you get a contract, you get something small. I think as youth mostly, because you find this proportion when you are still youth, you find those resources that are being diverted for enjoyment, they are being diverted for drinking, they are being diverted for smoking, they are being diverted for womanizing, you see. And then people are calling themselves romantic, being romantic. We do not deny the fact that being romantic is good. Of course, it is appreciating our women, our Kenyan women, they are good enough. And Kenyan women actually are beautiful. So, but we should not forget the fact that development portfolio should come in the first place rather than those other things. Other things will come later. Like now, so people, if you enjoy, of course, for the last 20 years you have been enjoying life, and then certainly you have to invest to make sure that at the end of the day you find that what you want to invest, you have used to a lot of money, you have taken loans, you do not. Actually, others have loans. They have pending loans. So ending their employment certainly means they have to get the loans by their own means. Okay. It is really pathetic.
But you see, most of the time you get that these people, their children are learned, their children are detached from the family, they have gone, they have started their own families. Now you get our parents, they don't want to leave employment, and that's why youth employment is a crisis in this country. Because the old, they have clinged to those offices, they don't want to go home, they don't want to go anywhere, they want to be around the workplace where they were. Because you as a psychologist,
Mr. Chairman,
I think...
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, I will have not to include my political agendas in my discussion.
Yes.
But from what you are saying, it is well coming out. We have had the issue of corruption,
Yes.
the issue of nepotism specifically. You may find the reason why we have a huge gap in employment in Kenya is that before I leave the office, I make sure whoever I leave behind is either my kin or somebody close to me or somebody who can just come and give me back the benefits.
Yeah.
You see? So that is why you see, we still have a lot of aging people in our offices. They are not comfortable enough. Maybe their children are still schooling, so they want their children to finish the school fast.
Yes.
And then you may find even some whom their careers has been diverted. Somebody does not have a goal in a career, but their agenda, and because that child or that son or daughter, they want to make it sweet for that job, even if they do not have those characteristics of that job. Okay. So we have been having such issue because of those issues. That is coming out clearly.
But this issue is even coming in when it comes to transfer, being given transfer. You find that you are given transfer maybe from Mombasa to Nairobi.
People challenging even transfers in court.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody does not want to get out of the office. They used to enjoy something inside there. So smoking somebody of that office is going to be hell.
Isn't it psychological?
Yeah,
it psychological.
It is psychological because this is, something which is addictive, an addictive behavior. This is a behavior which has become addictive. Okay. You have used to corruption, so being derived in an environment where you used to enjoy corruption, definitely what you think it is addiction.
So addiction, addiction.
Yes, I think
but I think addiction is a disease.
I think as mental health practitioners, we should introduce corruption addiction. Yes, we should introduce addiction corruption.
Because corruption is also addiction.
So we should have it in the DSM-4.
Yeah.
Or DSM-5. Side that or international classification of disease ICD-10.
Yeah.
We need to include this. Yes. Because people are becoming obsessed with corruption.
Addiction is a disease. Corruption is also a disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
So somebody have used to that. You see now how it is coming psychological, and anything which actually repetitive behavior.
Yes.
That is addiction, and addiction is a disease. It is a psychological disease of the mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be treated the same way alcohol is being treated.
The way as it is, yeah.
So we should have.
And then again, to address this issue, we should have a mechanism of counseling. If somebody has remained maybe with 5 years of service, they should be notified enough that your employment terms is ending at this particular period, and then taken through the counseling process, so that we can case or we can do what we call appraisal. You can make an appraisal of that that staff or that employee to assert in their future, so that when the retirement times comes, they cannot be able to panic or they cannot have that, because they will already prepared enough mentally to handle that kind of
unemployment. So at least we should start by preparing our employees maybe 5 years to retirement time. So that period should be involved of counseling, maybe process. Okay, maybe home visits to these employees.
Yeah, and then also we give them various utilization of various financial resources that is available within that scope, so that they can have those. They cannot have that pending bills, the pending loans. So that by the time they get to the retirement, they are satisfied enough.
So the employer should cater for all that.
Yeah, should cater for all that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike. Thank you guys for listening to this discussion. It will continue tomorrow, the same time, same place. Please, fellows, get into my YouTube channel, Chairman Cute Boys Association. Please subscribe, click the bell, so that when we upload any videos of such, you can just get the notification that Chairman Cute Boys Association has just uploaded a new video. Thank you so much.